Okay, so our homework tonight was to do letters E and F that we didn't finish in class. So I'm going to do the first problem by long division and the second problem by reverse tabular method. So I'm taking x cubed plus 8x squared plus 5x minus 14 and dividing it by x minus 1. So we need to say what times x gives me x cubed? That's x squared. Now we take x squared and multiply it by our whole divisor. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times negative 1 is negative 1x squared. Now we subtract, and to subtract, we're going to change the signs. So we get 0 and 9x squared. 8x squared plus 1x squared is 9x squared. And now we bring the other terms down. And we restart the algorithm now. What times x gives me 9x squared? Well, that's plus 9x. 9x times x is 9x squared. 9x times negative 1 is negative 9x. Subtract, change the signs. We get 0 and 14x minus 14. Finally, let's restart the process again. What times x gives me 14x? Well, 14 does. So 14 times x is 14x. 14 times negative 1 is minus 14. This looks good because when I change the signs, and I get 0, remainder of 0. So that quotient is equal to x cubed plus 9x squared plus 14. Alrighty, letter F. I'm going to do this by the reverse tabular method. So I'm dividing by x plus 6. I'm dividing by x plus 6, so that goes on the side over here. That's our divisor. I need to figure out how many rows and how many columns do I need. Well, I have an x to the 4th polynomial divided by a linear polynomial. A quartic polynomial divided by a linear polynomial. X to the 4th divided by x is going to be cubic. It's going to be an x cubed, because x to the 4th divided by x is x cubed. So I need an x cubed column, an x squared column, an x column, and a number column. So I need 4 columns. Our numerator, if I wrote this as a fraction, comes out from the diagonal. So from this diagonal, I get x to the 4th. From this diagonal, I get 18x cubed. From that diagonal, I get 116x squared. From this diagonal, I get 312x. And from this diagonal, I get 288. So now we ask ourselves, this had to be an x to the 4th, because that's the only thing in that diagonal. What times x gives me x to the 4th? X cubed. Now I can finish multiplying, I can finish filling in that column by saying x cubed times 6 is 6x cubed. But I want 18x cubed from this diagonal when I add those two together. So I have 6x cubed, I want 18, so I need another 12x cubed. And restart the process. What times x is 12x cubed? Well, plus 12x squared. 12x squared times 6 is 72x squared. But I want 116x squared, and I have 72 of them already. So I need another 44. I need another 44x squareds. 44 plus 72 gives me the 116 that I need. What times x is what times x is 44x squared? Well, that's plus 44x. 44 times 6 is 264x. After I multiply those two. But I want 312. I want 312 and only have 264. So I need another 48. I need another 48x. What times x gives me 48x? Well, plus 48. Is 48 times 6 what I want it to be? I get 288. I want 288. So I don't have a remainder, so this quotient is x cubed plus 12x squared plus 44x plus 48. That's the cubic polynomial that you get after you divide those two together. Hope this helps.